Greetings, everyone. Well, welcome to, what is it, 1, 2, 3, part 4 of my 2012 DVD and Blu-ray collection overview. Last time we took a look at the sci-fi shelf in the Blu-rays over here. Today, we're actually going to look at one that I know a lot of you have been looking forward to seeing, namely the, I guess call it comic book movies. Movies based on comic books. Yes, I have an entire shelf of movies and animated stuff based on comics. And that's what we're going to look at today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, so this is the Blu-ray shelf of stuff based on comic books. And as you can see, this collection has grown quite a bit over the past, I guess the past couple of years. I've been adding stuff to this. Actually, mostly over the past year, I think, is when I've added most of this material to it. Alright, so let's start off with the one on top here, where we have The Crow. Classic gothic comic actioner. Wonderful story of revenge and lost love and stuff like that. This is a beautiful Blu-ray, by the way. Really, they did a really nice job on that. I'm just going to move it down here so we can get at the stuff underneath a little more easily. So let's start at the far left here, where we have the Marvel Comics 3-pack, which actually has both Fantastic Four movies. Let's spread them out here. There we go. And Daredevil, the director's cut. Yeah, I never actually... There we go. Oh, okay, that's a little better. Yeah, I'm going to try to watch the glare, because, you know, as I'm sure you can tell, the lighting is a little precarious here. Anyway, I really liked the Daredevil director's cut. I have not seen the theatrical cut, but I understand a lot of people didn't care for it. But the director's cut, like, there's some featurettes on there about the differences between them. And I can see why a lot of people probably didn't like the theatrical cut. The director's cut seems to fix a lot of the problems with that, in addition to adding stuff. And then, of course, we also have Elektra. Wait a minute. Elektra, the director's cut, which, yeah, I was really not overly impressed with that movie, actually. It's, you know, entertaining little time waster, I guess, but overall not very impressive. Then we have Punisher Warzone. Good stuff. I do not have the Thomas Jane Punisher movie on Blu-ray, even though it has been released, because I actually prefer the extended cut of that one. I do have the extended cut on DVD, so if they ever release the extended cut on Blu-ray, that's when I will purchase it. Then we have the X-Men Trilogy, which has all 3 X-Men movies. So we got the first one, the second one, just trying to watch the glare there, and the third one, which I hate. I actually did a rant about why I hate the third one. I will include a link to that in the description down below. Be sure to watch both parts before commenting, because the second part is the main thing. I should mention, actually, if you're just tuning into this part and haven't watched the previous parts of this overview, anytime we get to something where I've actually done a complete video about it, like an actual in-depth review or something, I will include the link to that video in the description down below, so you can check that out. And then, in addition to the X-Men Trilogy, we also have X-Men Origins Wolverine and X-Men First Class. So that's basically every single X-Men movie to date as of 2012, well, as of April 2012 when this is being filmed. Shot, videoed, whatever. It's not really film, I can't really say filmed. So, yeah, very cool. I understand there's a new Wolverine movie in the works, which hopefully will be better than the other one. This was really good, though. The complete series of Wolverine and the X-Men, the most recent animated series based on the X-Men. Well, I guess technically the most recent animated series would be the 12-part anime series they did. But this is the most recent non-anime version, I guess. And then we get into the Marvel Universe animated movies. Let's just pull out all the ones I have here. we have Ultimate Avengers, which is both Ultimate Avengers movies. Actually, I haven't watched that one yet. I should check that out. Doctor Strange. Hold on a second. Let's move these over because I got 4 of them. So we'll see if we can get them all on there. Then we got Hulk versus, which is Hulk versus Wolverine and Hulk versus Thor. So it was recently re-released on DVD in single episodes of the two, which I thought was kind of a cheap double dip. But the Blu-ray has both. And then we got Planet Hulk. Planet Hulk is fantastic. You should definitely check that out if you're a Hulk fan. It's really good stuff. So there we go. So that's everything so far. I still need a few different ones. I think there's There's Next Avengers and what the heck are the other ones? My mind has gone blank. I can't even remember now. So I still need a few other ones. I need Next Avengers and Thor, Tales of Asgard. And I think that's it. I think that's all the ones that they've done so far. So very cool stuff. Then we have the 2003 Ang Lee Hulk movie. Basically just picked this up for the completion's sake. I wasn't a big fan of that one. It has its moments. Like there's some interesting visual ideas, and I actually liked Eric Bana as Bruce Banner, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, and then I don't think I'm going to be able to fit all these in, but we have Iron Man, which is fantastic. I was really late to the party on these ones. I only just picked them up this past year and finally checked them out. So we got Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor. This is the limited edition Best Buy slipcover. It's just got the cover of Journey into Mystery 83 there. It doesn't actually have a reprint of the comic, but that's okay. I have reprints of it elsewhere. And then, of course, Captain America, the First Avenger. So there we go. All 5 of the setup movies for the forthcoming Avengers film, which I believe is coming out this summer. And I definitely plan to pick that up. Because I was late to the party, I did not get the slipcovers for these 2, but I did get slipcovers for these 3. So very cool. If I ever find these with slipcovers, I'll probably grab them just for completion's sake and for consistency in the collection. So that's pretty much all the Marvel stuff. So I've got a nice collection of Marvel. So it's almost fully half Marvel. And then we have a whole bunch of DC stuff and then some independent stuff down at the end here. So first off, first but certainly not least, we have Batman, the motion picture anthology, and the beautiful digibook of the Batman 1989 movie. And then, of course, we have Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Returns. I should point out, actually, this is the deluxe edition of Batman Begins, which actually came in this case here. But the box is kind of cumbersome. It's not sealed here. This is actually open, and all the inserts are loose inside. So I basically just keep this set aside with the backings from the steel books, and keep the keep case on its own because it fits nicely on the shelf that way. I don't know. I might put it all together again. I'm just concerned about damaging the box there. And then we have some Batman animated films. We've, of course, got Gotham Knight, Batman Year One, and Under the Red Hood. I think Under the Red Hood is the greatest Batman animated film ever made. I think it's actually better than Mask of the Phantasm, and I do not say that lightly because I'm a huge fan of Mask of the Phantasm. When are we getting that one on Blu-ray? We need Mask of the Phantasm on Blu-ray. Come on, Warner Brothers, get with it. Year One was really good, too. I was a big fan of the original comic that was based on. So those are really good. The DC Universe animated movies are just fantastic, and I cannot possibly recommend them highly enough. And we've got another one. We've got Superman Shazam, The Return of Black Adam, which is basically a short. It's only about 20 minutes long. And then there's a collection of other shorts on here as well. It's really good. And then, By the Power of Grayskull. Oh, no, wait a minute. Beware My Power, Green Lantern's Light, blah, 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 blah. We got a nice little Green Lantern collection going on here. Got, of course, the extended cut of the Green Lantern movie. This is not the 3D version, it's just the 2D version. Green Lantern First Flight, which is fantastic. And if you want just a really good introduction to the world of Green Lantern, I highly recommend this movie. It's epic and just fantastic. In fact, I think it would have been great if they'd used this story for this movie. Because this movie, while I did enjoy it, had, I don't know, a bit of overcrowding, I think. Too many stories going on. And then Green Lantern Emerald Knights, which is basically an anthology of loosely connected stories. And very good. And features Nathan Fillion as the voice of Hal Jordan. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, gotta love some Green Lantern action. Good to see the Emerald Knight finally getting his due in animated form. There is, of course, an animated series as well. And then we have the first of the DC Universe animated movies, Superman Doomsday. So, yeah, I've still got quite a few of the animated movies to catch up on. There's some more Superman ones. There's a bunch of Justice League ones. There's Wonder Woman. And, I don't know, I can't even remember all of them right now. But there's a lot. They've been cranking them out a lot faster than the Marvel ones have been coming out. So, and speaking of Justice League, we actually have the early 2000s Justice League TV series on Blu-ray. Fantastic stuff. I'm really hoping they put out Justice League Unlimited so I can properly complete this collection. But this is all 52 episodes of the first Justice League series. Beautifully remastered in high definition. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now, there were some comments, there were some issues people had with the aspect ratio of the first season. Saying like, well, it's supposed to be 16 by 9. Why? Because the Blu-ray has it in 4 by 3 pillar box. The thing is, it was actually created in 4 by 3 pillar box, but widescreen safe, so that the top and bottom could be cropped off for widescreen presentation. So what you're getting on this is actually the full open matte image without the cropping. So you're actually getting the full image in the 4 by 3 presentation of this season. So don't worry, you're not losing any image area in this. You're actually getting more than you would if you had had it cropped for widescreen. But you'll notice, like, knowing that, when you watch it, you'll notice that most of the action is confined to the center of the screen. So it's clearly, you know, it was made widescreen safe, and it's very obvious. And there's usually not much in the way of important stuff going on the top and bottom. But, you know, I figured that was worth pointing out because I always see a lot of people commenting on the aspect ratio issue with that. Now we have a beautiful steelbook of V for Vendetta. Very, very nice. I like this one a lot. Took me a while to track that one down. That's a Canadian exclusive. Of course, I'm in Canada, but I missed out on it when it was originally released, and I waited too long. And, well, I got lucky and I found it. And then we have Kick-Ass. Great movie. I heard there's a sequel in the works, and I really hope that that's the case because I thought this was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people, some people had problems with the violence in it, but I mean, it's just the type of story it is. You know, basically, if you dressed up in a costume and tried to fight crime yourself, you would get your ass kicked. So, yeah. Another nice independent comic book adaptation, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. This one I was really late to the party because I just got sick of everybody talking about how wonderful it was, and I was just like, shut up. But then I eventually did cave, and I picked up the Blu-ray for like, I don't know, $15 or something, and now I love it. I mean, I can definitely see why everybody was gaga over it. I think this is a lot of fun. Then we have 2 copies of The Spirit. And the reason I got 2 copies of The Spirit was because this one was missing disc 2. Now, disc 2 is just the digital copy, but I'm a bit anal in this respect. I like to have it simply because it's got additional artwork on it. And the good news is I didn't pay very much for these. I actually got them at a pawn shop for $4 a piece. So at some point I'll probably give this one away or sell it, or I'll probably sell it because, you know, money's good. I like money. Then we have Constantine, or Constantine, however you want to pronounce it. It's pronounced Constantine in the movie, but some people kept correcting me, saying, it's Constantine! Well, not according to everybody in the movie, including all the extras, so go to hell. That's just my phrase for today. Go to hell. Alright, and that's actually kind of appropriate, talking about Constantine. Get it? Yeah, anyway. good movie. I enjoyed it. I'd like to read more of the comics, though. I'm familiar with the character from his appearances in Swamp Thing and Sandman, but I haven't read a lot of the individual ones. And then we got the beautiful steelbook of Green Hornet. Green Hornet isn't strictly based on comics, although there have been a lot of Green Hornet comics over the years. I just thought it fit in better with the superhero stuff than everything else. I'm sure you'll agree. And then we have, last but most certainly not least, Jim Carrey as the Mask. Very generous gift from a viewer. Yeah, great fun stuff. So yeah, so essentially we got, pretty obvious the way I got everything organized here. We got the big two, we got Marvel and DC stuff, and then independent stuff down here. And we'll just throw the Crow in there too. Alrighty, so that wraps it up for the Blu-rays I have based on stuff based on comic books. I'm sure there will be many, many more because there seem to be a lot of movies coming out lately based on comics. I do have a lot of DVDs as well of stuff based on comics. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. That will be in an upcoming episode, or if you're watching this years later, it's already posted somewhere, so go check it out. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. So next time, we will take a look at the last of the Blu-rays, which is just kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. There's some fantasy down there, some kid stuff, some westerns, comedies, and just a whole bunch of different stuff. But we'll take a look at that next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.